And looking at this stuff, at the beginning it seems all simple and good because you're filling in boxes that are already there for you, but first time you do it without the box, you might just, all of a sudden it seems like there's a lot more going on. So I wanted to suggest that you look at this guy first. So that's how many little compartments are going to be in my area portion. Now, see the shaded region here? I don't draw the shaded region. Maybe mine's a little abbreviated, but I'm going to show you how I set things up. Because there's a 4 there, I'm making 4 compartments vertically, separated by the 2 compartments on the side. So the x minus 2 is here, and I do that outside the box. And then, we kind of have our open space here, and I start building backwards, and I start with my -1, and then I got my 18x, and very often people will not pay too close attention to the fact that that's the first power, that's the third. We need to keep that in mind and put a 0x squared because the spacing's important. Okay, that little guy goes under the second box, and then we build accordingly. So that means our -6x cubed is going to be directly under our, the divisor here, which means that x to the 4th power is going to be way out here. So expect that. That'll happen every time. It happened up here. Okay, the last guy ended up way out on the side by its own, and the second one ended up below the divisor. That's kind of the way. You just want to be aware of that. I mean, it might seem like overkill, but you might find yourself getting stuff right a little bit more often if you're more meticulous with how you set things up. So anyway, that upper box is that. We got x to the 4th power. All right, that means up here, this times x is going to be x to the 4th. There's our x to the 3rd. X to the 3rd times -2 is -2x cubed. These guys together going to give you the -6x cubed. A -2 and a -4 will add up to -6. Right here, this is a -4x squared. And notice this too. Just keep track. It's a quick look. You've got an x3rd here. You're going to have an x squared there because of the spacing and because of what's happening here. Expect to see that. Even if this was a 0, put a 0x squared, and then your final answer, you don't have to necessarily write a 0x squared. That times that is an 8x squared. These together are going to add up to nothing. So I've got an 8. I need a -8 to be able to do that. So x times what is a -8x squared? Well, it's a -8x. That times that, +16x. These two together add up to 18. That's another 2x. X times what is 2x? There's your 2. 2 times -2 is a -4. What? They don't match. Don't freak. Don't say my remainder is -4. Don't say my remainder is -1. Look to what you've been doing the whole time. Match that up with this void, and that becomes your remainder. What and -4? Give me a -1. All right. Well, you're taking 4 away from a number, and you're still only at -1. That means it's a positive number, but it's smaller than -4. That's smaller than 4, because 4 minus 4 would be 0. So a 3 minus 4 would be -1. It's a positive 3. Keep that in mind, because that positive 3, the sign matters. So our answer, when we divide this thing by this, we end up with an x cubed minus 4x squared minus 8x plus 2. Then we have a positive 3, so put a plus there. 3 goes on top. Your denominator is x minus 2. That's how you do it, my people.